vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher. The time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it. Deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day. Time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it. So loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the...
Hello and welcome to episode number 37 of WITM Season 7, as we have the United States Champion DJ Rage in tag team action here in this episode. He will be teaming with Kevin Owens and AJ Styles to take on the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Alpha Academy, a team that he feuded with as a member of the Bank Robbers, as well as Austin Theory. But before we get into that matchup, we have a promo segment that may or may not lead to our second match on this Raw card. For that, let's head ringside for that promo segment. Alright, and Dan Rage has made his way to the ring. Last week we saw him in the ring as well with a microphone in hand, only to be attacked by Dalton. Roush was yet to say following last week's events. Last week, I once again attempted to create some sort of peace between my son, DJ Rage, and his cousin, Dalton Roush. But then, Dalton came to the ring, and after everything I've done for him, named me his next victim and hit me with the side of a bullet. And as I laid down in that ring, I looked up in the lights, and later on had time to think about everything Dalton has done to me and my family, attacking my two sons, my grandson, and me. A beast was awoken in me that has laid dormant for 15 plus years. But there's a major problem. As some of you may know, over 15 years ago, I suffered a career-ending injury while preparing for a WWE title match with John Cena at WrestleMania. But in the past, we've seen people like Edge and Daniel Bryan be able to return from career-ending injuries like mine. So, I went to one of the nation's top doctors to see if I too could return to occasional in-ring action. And I am proud to announce here tonight on Raw that I have officially been medically cleared to return to in-ring competition. So Dalton, get your ass out here now. I'm calling you out.
Blessing those beneath from high above, convincing his belief for what you love, baiting every hook.
Alright, and Dan Rage has called out Dalton Roush. He has made his way to the ring. Dan Rage is medically cleared. We have huge news that he is able to compete, and he has called out Dalton Roush. Dalton has made his way to the ring. How will he respond? What is it, old man? Do you think I owe you something for teaching me a few moves back in WITM? The truth is, I've never needed you or your stupid family. After all, why do you think I call myself Dalton Roush and not Dalton Rage? It's because everything I've accomplished, whether it's in Hollywood or in this ring, I've accomplished on my own. That is, of course, until I was forced to carry your son DJ Rage in my movies and here in WWE as the Bank Robbers. But I've taken care of him twice already, and I'll finish the job at Hell in a Cell in 2 weeks, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. How will Dan Rage respond? You know, Dalton, I've always had a bit of a feeling that you thought of yourself as better than the rest of your family after all the success you've had. But I never thought you stooped so low as to go out and attack us. But just remember, Dalton, I taught you a lot of things back in WITM, but tonight, you'll come face to face with a side of me you've never seen. Dalton responds, What? Is that meant to be a threat? because I sure as hell ain't afraid of you, and tonight I'll send you right back into retirement.
Addressing those beneath from high above.
Alright, and that sets the stage for our main event. The second of two WITM matches. Dan Rage makes his return to in-ring action for the first time in nearly 2 decades as he takes on the man who has been attacking his family and him over the last few months, Dalton Roush, looking for revenge. And that match will be a no-holds-barred anything-goes match after Dalton attempted to use a chair to attack Dan Rage last week. But first up, it is the match originally advertised for this card, the 6-man tag between the United States Champion DJ Rage, Kevin Owens, and AJ Styles versus the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis, and Austin Theory. Will DJ Rage pick up more momentum as United States Champion heading into Hell in a Cell, or will it be the Raw Tag Team Champions Alpha Academy picking up more momentum heading into their next Hell defense? Let's find out and get this 6-man tag team match underway.
A-Town.
Down.
Let's go! A-Town down! Scream it out loud! A-Town down! Future's right now! A-Town down! Tearing the place down! A-Town down! Like how that sounds! Yeah! You see the future right in front of your eyes. Headed to the top.
Atlanta, Georgia. Weighing in at 220 pounds.
A-Town down! Austin Theory! All day, let's believe I'm doing it my way. All day, victory staring in my face. All day, I do it like the best and it's obvious. Knock 'em down one by one, nobody's all day. Let's believe I'm doing it my way. All day, victory staring in my face. All day, I do it like the best and it's obvious. Knock 'em down one by one, nobody's left. Let's go. A-Town down, scream it out loud. A-Town down, future's right now. A-Town down, tearing the place down. A-Town down, like how that sounds.
Said I was just a youngin' with dreams that I could make it. I was living with my dad, writing lyrics in the basement, and I had to be consistent. I could never get complacent, cause my time was getting close.
And
I can always
from
taste it.
Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 223 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, DJ Rage.
Ever since I can remember, I had lyrics in my head. Took a moment just to notice I was gifted with the pen. So I started going off on anybody with balls. Cause all you really be talking about is money and the cause. And you claiming that you're gangster, but you never caught a charge. You've been flexing with a chain that really ain't even yours. The industry full of frauds. I really don't get it. How people can brag and the clowns with no message. I don't really need a label. I'd rather be independent. People fucking with me cause I'm authentic. And I gotta stay woke. So I'm sticking to the guidelines. Full court press. Get you suckers on the sidelines. Whole lot of shade. Ain't nobody blocking my shine. Fuck the industry. I'm making history. It's my time. People talk shit, but I can never trust that. Say you got the heat, but homie, you ain't never bust back. I've been doing this shit since I was a rough rat. I was dropping hits, you was still up in the nutsack. You ain't got a rap, but you say you won't smoke. I'ma get the last laugh, but the kid is no joke. Acrobatic with the pants, turning heads like rope. I ain't saying I'm the best, but I'm pretty damn close. Let's toast, yeah, this one goes out to every label that I passed up. If you understand me, let me see you put your glass up. Pour a little liquor for the ones who didn't make it, cause the chances ain't given, man. You gotta go and take it, I'ma take mine. Gas pedal to the floor, no brake lines. Clock
And there's the bell. This 6-man tag is underway. DJ Rage is going to get things started for the Faces against a man he feuded with when he was a member of the Bank Robbers, Chad Gable of the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Alpha Academy. And Gable fights Rage off with a series of elbow strikes. Rage sent into the corner. Gable heads to the turnbuckle and locks in a beautiful submission using his legs to wear down the arm of DJ Rage. Now Gable hops back into the ring, but Rage is ready with a one-handed slam. And in comes Kevin Owens. Last time DJ Rage and Kevin Owens teamed together, Owens lost a match for that team very early on in the match. Will Owens fare better this time around as Gable locks in that same submission hold to Owens, wearing down the arm. Owens striking away. Now has Gable in a fireman's carry position and hits the snake eyes on the top turnbuckle. Now Owens stomping away at Gable, but Gable is able to get to his feet. Now they lock up. Gable hits the suplex into a cover. And Owens is able to power out at one. And now Gable brings in his tag team partner Otis. Big man versus big man. And Otis able to toss Owens aside. There's a stomp to the back and an elbow drop by Otis. And now he continues to stomp and kick away at Owens, sending his body into the yellow zone. Irish up into the corner. And Otis tosses Owens to the side. Now they lock up. Owens with a knee to the gut and a backbreaker. In comes AJ Styles. We haven't seen him in a WITM matchup in a long time. Was a big part of seasons 3 and 4, feuding with superstars like Andrew and Corey. And now we see him here in WITM Season 7 for the first time. As Otis sends him down to the canvas and forces him back up. They lock up. Styles forced into the heel's corner. And Otis tosses him aside. Now they lock up. Otis again forces Styles into the heel's corner, into the top rope. What does Otis have in mind? It's repeated strikes to the chest of Styles, and now Otis taunting his opponent. Now Otis comes off the ropes and connects with a power slam and goes for cover in his team's corner, but Styles is able to get a rope break with both his foot and his hand. Styles forced up. Styles finally getting some offense in with repeated strikes. Ending with a clothesline. And Styles brings in DJ Rage as Otis makes a tag to Gable. Rage is able to block the crossbody attempt. And connects with a kick. Gable forced up. Rage with a beautiful springboard enziguri. Now a stomp to the arm. Reversal by Gable to get back to his feet, and they lock up. Gable with a gut kick. Rage responds with a right. And tosses Gable aside. Now forces Gable up. And he hits the spear. It's going to lead to a victory for the Faces. Gable gets a rope break at 1. And Rage with a knee to the head of Gable. Now forces Gable up. And hits a beautiful back Pele kick stage of his tag team partner AJ Styles. And now a variation of a sit-out powerbomb. Now mounted punches. Rage looking to take flight here and connects But a rope break by Gable, who's just looking lifeless there on the canvas. Owens forces him up. Gable's able to fight him off with a series of elbow strikes. Now a right from Gable. Suplex. Now punching away at the head of Owens. And Gable able to fold up the big Owens like an accordion and hit the suplex. And now stomping away at the arm. And now Gable again going after that arm. And just with arm first able to launch Owens across the ring. Gable can take flight. And the diving elbow drop just barely makes it, sending Owens' chest into the red zone. And now a suplex by Gable has been in control since Owens entered this matchup. In comes Austin Theory for his first taste of action. And he goes after a stunned Kevin Owens. And hits the standing splash. Owens makes the emergency tag to DJ Rage. Last week, Austin Theory was able to defeat DJ Rage's brother Austin in triple threat action. Will he be able to pin the United States champion this week? Rage able to catch the leg and hits a beautiful knee to the face of Theory. And now Rage. Submission locked in. And that's broken up by Gable. Rage is able to clear or take out Gable. Now turning the focus back to Theory. And now attacks Gable again, trying to get him out of the ring, but that allows Theory an opening for some offense. Suplex by Theory. And now a massive elbow. Reversal by Rage, who has two different finishers built up. And perhaps sending a message to Dalton. Roush, he hits a baby rock bottom. And now a beautiful reverse moonsault from the top rope. In comes AJ Styles. With a kick to the back of Theory. Now Theory forced up. Calf crusher locked in, but a rope break. Styles goes for a cover, center ring. And nearly scores the victory for the Faces, but Theory powers out at 2. Now Styles. Perhaps thinking phenomenal forearm, and that connects. Styles again with a cover, center ring. And Styles very nearly secures a victory for the Faces, but Theory powers out just a nick of time, and now Styles going after the Alpha Academy, the non-legal men, for the heels. Gable sent to the outside. Theory forced up. In Theory with a reversal into a suplex. Theory sending the head of Styles straight into his knee and goes for cover. And Styles powers out at 2. And in comes Otis. Otis now attacking the arm of Styles. Styles now striking away. Hits an elbow to the back. Backbreaker and neckbreaker combo. Styles now going in a amount of punches. In comes DJ Rage, still with those two finishers built up. And now they lock up. Otis, reversed by Rage. And chopping the leg to send Otis down to the canvas, and Rage is getting fired up. Now stomping away at the arm. Rage. Springboard lion salt connects. Now 3 finishers build up for DJ Rage. And he tries one of them, a Rage of God, but that's going to be reversed by Otis, so now it's 2 finishers of his own. And now a spinning slam by Otis. Rage forced up to his feet. And again, that spinning slam. And Rage fights Otis off with a series of elbows. Rage misses with the right, but hits that back Pele kick. And Rage does a little bit of taunting as Otis makes a tag to Theory. And they lock up. Irish up into the corner. Rage trying to make sure that Otis is cleared out of the ring. And hits a suplex. Before turning attention back to Theory with another back Pele kick. And now they lock up. Theory with a backbreaker. And tags in Otis. Chad Gable. As Rage looks for emergency tag and finds AJ Styles. Now Styles striking away. And he connects with a massive backbreaker. And a lion salt. Styles goes for cover. Center of the ring. Gable powers out at 1. We have a solid tag team contest here on Raw, and just our first of 2 WITM matches tonight. Gable with a chop. Styles with a series of elbows. And another massive backbreaker. Now Styles, perhaps thinking phenomenal forearm, but Theory starts walking on the apron and Styles rethinks it. Gable makes a mercy tag to Otis. And a backbreaker once again by Styles. Styles with a DDT. Otis forced up. And another DDT by Styles. Styles maybe thinking phenomenal forearm once again. And overshoots Otis. And connects with a regular forearm instead, but reversal by Otis. Massive suplex by Otis to, and now the big man Otis looks like he can take flight, and that connects. The splash. Otis goes for cover with Styles stunned. And DJ Rage makes a save at 1. All 6 men now in the ring. Otis and Styles are the legal men, I believe. Now Otis wants to take flight again. And this time Styles evades. Styles, again, thinking phenomenal forearm, but elects not to, as Otis was just a bit too far away. Instead, he'll go for the Styles Clash. And that connects. And I thought that was a 3 count, but the referee says no, this match continues. As again, we have chaos. Styles takes out Theory. Styles, perhaps thinking phenomenal forearm again. Yes, this time using it on the non-legal man Theory. But amidst all that, Otis is able to recover and hits a massive power slam and goes for cover. Broken up by Owens. Now Owens and Otis fighting. Styles and Otis are the legal men. Styles with a reverse DDT. And in comes DJ Rage. Still with 2 finishers built up. Spinning back fist by Rage. Now mounted punches. Every single man in this match has at least one body part in the red zone. Everybody at risk of injury here as Rage gets with a beautiful springboard 450, and I think that was accidentally broken up by Owens. I'm not sure what Owens was thinking there. Breaking up his own tag team partner's attack. DJ Rage using another one of Dalton Roush's moves, the machine breaker, to toss. Gable's to the outside, definitely trying to send Dalton Roush a message here. He's used the Baby Rock Bottom and the machine breaker here in this match. 2 signature and finisher moves of Dalton Roush, and now another Baby Rock Bottom. DJ Ray definitely trying to send Dalton a message here in this match, and now hits his own finisher, the Rage of God, and wins the match for the Faces.
Here are your winners, DJ Rage, Kevin Owens, and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Alright, and now it is time for our main event. And a match that Dan Rage has been waiting for a long time. He returns to action. Finally medically cleared after suffering a career-ending injury 15 plus years ago. And he is looking to avenge his family as he takes on the man who has been terrorizing them for the last few months, the Rage Killer, Dalton Roush. Will Dan Rage be able to get his revenge? Or will Dalton Roush, as he threatened to do, retire Dan Rage once again, or at least defeat him and pick up more momentum heading into Hell in a Cell? Let's find out and get this no hard barge match between Dalton Roush and the returning, after several years, Dan Rage underway.
And his opponent from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 240 pounds, Dan Rage.
I'm not like you, yeah, I grew up on the other side. No silver spoon, I had to struggle for my dollar signs. Don't need approval, you can see the truth inside my eyes. I'm looking deeper, I can see beneath your cheap disguise. So proud that I'm not like you. Take a step inside my shoe, you can see my view. Take a look at how I move. I keep it quiet when I slide through. Cause up in the media, everyone's stupid. Sneaking around like some tigers and pumas. Wonder why everyone following suit. But now I can see they a product of...
And here we go. Dan Rage, the WCW legend, returns to action for the first time in nearly 2 decades, looking to avenge his family. And he's looking strong early on. Hasn't lost a step, it seems, as he connects with a running elbow. And then an elbow drop. Now Dan Rage looking to take flight here. But overshoots the diving axe handle. And that allows Dalton to get on offense. And he connects with a suplex. Now Dalton going into mounted punches. And Dan Rage is able to get behind him and get on the attack. Looking for a belly-to-belly, but headbutt by Dalton breaks it up. There's an elbow by Dan. And a running elbow, already busting open Dalton Roush. Dan Rage already getting some revenge, busting open Dalton. You can see a pretty big wound on Dalton's head already. And now Dan Rage, we're seeing that beast unleashed that we have not seen in so long, never before in WITM. The man that trained all of the WITM members that you see. But here comes Dalton, tossing Dan Rage aside. And he is going into mounted punches. And now reversal by Dan. And they lock up. Dalton plunges the legs of Dan to the canvas and then connects with a senton. But here comes Dan with a series of rights and a kick to the bloodied face of Dalton. Now Dalton forced up. And this time Dan connects with a belly-to-belly. Now Dan looking to take flight. But misses with a diving elbow. Dan misses with the right, but the gut punch connects. Dalton forced into the ropes. And the back elbow connects, and another. There's a stomp by Dan. Takedown by Dalton. Dalton does have a finisher built up as well. Dan Rage able to get from behind Dalton. And now they lock up. Dalton forces Dan onto the ropes. And Dan tosses him over the rope. And now they're taking advantage of that no-hold-barred stipulation. They can fight out there as long as they want. Weapons are in play as well. As Rage strikes away on the outside. And hits the Russian leg sweep. Now Dalton forced up. And Dan Rage looking to bring the fight back inside the ring. There's an elbow from Dalton and a massive big boot. Now Dan forced up. And Dalton hits the side of a bullet, the move he used on Dan last week that awoken this beast inside him, he said. But Dan powers out at 2. Rage forced up. Suplex by Dan. Arm breaker by Dan. Now Dan has a finisher built up. And Dalton powers out at 1. And now Dan, good technical offense, trying to wear down the arm of Dalton. Dan, submission locked in, sharpshooter, great position, center ring, and many parts of Dalton's body injured. Will he force the tormentor of his family the last few months to tap out? Yes! Dalton taps center ring and Dan Rage wins his first match in nearly 2 decades and gets revenge for his family.
Here is your winner, Dan Rage.
Yeah, I'm not like you. Yeah, I grew up on the other side. No silver spoon, I had to struggle for my dollar signs. Don't need approval, you can see the truth inside my eyes. I'm looking deeper, I can see beneath your cheap disguise. So proud that I'm not like you. Take a step inside my shoe, you can see my view. Take a look at how I move. I keep it quiet when I slide through.
Okay, and here is the results and rankings update for this edition of Monday Night Raw. The Street Profits defeated the team of Finn Balor and Shelton Benjamin. R-Truth and Cedric Alexander teamed up to defeat the Mysterios. Sonya Deville defeated Dana Brooke. In our first of 2 WITM matches, DJ Rage, Kevin Owens, and AJ Styles defeated Chad Gable and Otis, the Alpha Academy, and Austin Theory. DJ Rage sending a message to his opponent in 13 days of Hell in a Cell several times throughout the match using his moves like the Baby Rock Bottom and the Machine Breaker Powerbomb to the outside to help defeat his opponents. Asuka retained the Raw Women's Championship by defeating Becky Lynch. Bobby Lashley defeated one half of RK Bro Riddle, accompanied by Randy Orton. And in our second of 2 WITM matches, Dan Rage made his return after 2 decades of being out with an injury to defeat Dalton Roush. And after the match, as we saw, Austin Rage, DJ Rage, and Matthew Rage, who was backstage to support Dan Rage for this match, came out and applauded Dan Rage in appreciation for him getting a measure of revenge for them against Dalton Roush, who has attacked all 4 of those men over the last few months. And how does this affect the rankings on Raw? Let's find out. The 24/7 champion is Shanky. The Raw Women's champion is Asuka. Number 1 contender, Liv Morgan. Number 2, Becky Lynch. Number 3, Bianca Belair. Number 4, Sonya Deville. Number 5, Carmella. Number 6, Tamina. Number 7, Rhea Ripley. Number 8, Alexa Bliss. Number 9, Doudrop. Number 10, Dana Brooke. And number 11, Nikki ASH. The Raw Tag Team Champions are the Alpha Academy. Number 1 contender, Street Profits. Number 2, RK Bro. Number 3, the Mysterios. The United States Champion is DJ Rage. Number 1 contender, Mustafa Ali. Number 2, The Miz. Number 3, Damian Priest. Number 4, R-Truth. Number 5, Austin Rage. Number 6, Dolph Ziggler. Number 7, Reggie. Number 8, Tommaso Ciampa. Number 9, Austin Theory. Number 10, T-Bar. Number 11, Veer Mahan. Number 12, Cedric Alexander. Number 13, Ezekiel. Number 14, Finn Balor. Number 15, Akira Tozawa. Number 16, Omos. Number 17, Shelton Benjamin. The WWE Champion is Brock Lesnar. Number 1 contender, Bobby Lashley. Number 2, Edge. Number 3, Kevin Owens. Number 4, Dalton Roush. Number 5, Seth Rollins. Number 6, AJ Styles. Number 7, Cody Rhodes. So now we advance to NXT 2.0. There are several WITM members that could potentially be on that card. Will we see any of them in action? Alright, and despite there being several WITM members that could potentially be booked on this card, only one has been, and it is Devin Rage, as he'll be taking on Apollo Crews, one of the men that he tagged with in that tag team war last week, now on opposite sides, looking to climb up the North American title rankings and perhaps be the first man to challenge Tiger Brown for the North American title. Both men are high up those rankings. So that is going to do it for episode number 37. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action until episode number 38, where Devin Rage takes on Apollo Crews, perhaps to become number 1 contender to Tiger Brown's North American title. This is Corey with WITM CAW Wrestling, signing off.